guys. Thank you for tuning in to Team Redemption, where we are not who they say we are because we are God's beloved. Look, I wanted to talk to you guys. Now, y'all know usually on my channel and stuff, I don't talk about political stuff and all this other stuff. But today I have to. And it's only because I really feel like something big is coming. And most people, if you're on my Facebook page, you already know how I feel about, certain things that's coming. Okay, so first let's take a look. Hold on, you guys, because I didn't have a chance to get my computer set up. But while I'm doing that, how are you guys' days going? I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are preparing. I hope you guys are stocking your food. I hope you guys are doing everything you guys need to do because it's going to get crazy. So, but anyways, let me just say this. Okay, so Justin Trudeau ended up, I guess, him and Biden ended up talking, and he congratulated Biden for the presidency, which I'm not even too sure if he's the president because it's just on media outlets. I haven't heard any of the major people talking about it, just the fake news. So I'm not sure how that go because from my understanding, Trump is taking stuff to court. They're trying to figure out if it's fake ballots and stuff because it's people that's been voting that's dead. Yeah. Anyways, so they're in the midst of doing all of that. So I'm not too sure how that go, but this is not what the video is for. What the video is for is this. Okay, Biden and Trudeau is the Prime Minister of Canada. So they was on a phone call or whatever, and just like I said, he congratulated Biden for the presidency or whatever, and then he tweeted saying that he will be working with Biden because they worked together before, but then I guess when Trump came in office, I'm not sure whether the U.S. and Canada relationship has split or if Trump put a wedge in it. I'm not too sure how that went. But what I do know is that Trudeau got on here on Twitter and he tweeted and said that him and Biden will be working together again to battle about the COVID-19 pandemic and all this other stuff. So what I want to do is show y'all what their plan is. Okay. So I will put, hold on. As I said, you can Google any of this. You can Google about Trudeau and Biden, about their commitment to fight the pandemic and climate change and the first post-election chat and stuff like that. You can Google. This stuff is on Google. So if you got to press pause and check Google, that's fine, because you can check it for yourself. I don't never want anyone to take my word for it. Always do research yourself because I don't listen to anybody. If somebody tell me something, I research it for myself. You get a lot of trouble. You would get yourself in a lot of mess going for a person's word without, checking for your own self. So, and that's what's wrong with a lot of us. So, we're going to get to this. Okay. So, if you were to type in Google, I'm just going to give you the article because the article was sent to me, but the link is so long, y'all, and I don't want to take up too much trying to put the link right here. So what I will do is I will put the name of the article right here. And the name of the article is this leaked info really Trudeau's crazy COVID plan for 2021? Let's see what his plan is. Now, remember, him and Biden is working together. So if we can see how he run his country, we will see what he will try to provoke Biden to do with us. Okay. It's not really going to be too long, but it's going to be a little long. Y'all just stick with me. It'll be worth it. Okay. It said, "Dear removed." I have no clue who removed is. REMOVED, removed. "I want to provide you some very important information. I'm a committee member with the Liberal Party of Canada. I sit within several committee groups, but the information I am providing is originating from the Strategic Planning Committee, which is steered by the PMO. I'm not too sure who the PMO is, but I'm going to find out. Say, I need to start off by saying that I am not happy doing this, but I have to. As a Canadian, and more importantly, as a parent who wants a better future, not only for my children, but for other children as well. The other reason I am doing this is because roughly 30% of the committee members are not pleased with the direction this will take Canada. But our opinions have been ignored, and they plan on moving forward towards their goal. They have also made it very clear that nothing will stop the planned outcome. This is the roadmap and the aim that was set out by the PMO, and is as follows. Okay, the phase and secondary lockdown restrictions on a rolling basis started with major metropolitan areas first and expanded outward, expected by November 2020. Okay, then it say rush the acquisition of isolation facilities across every province and territory. Isolated facilities is FEMA camps. Those are FEMA camps, and they want to put a rush on them. Expected by December 2020. Y'all listening? Because this is the guy who is making plans with Biden. So y'all make sure y'all listening. It said daily new cases of COVID-19 will surge beyond capacity of testing. Meaning it's going to be so many cases of, they say new cases of COVID-19 that it's going to go over the capacity of testing, including increases in COVID-related deaths following the same growth curves expected by the end of November 2020. Then it says complete and total secondary lockdown, much stricter than the first and second, much stricter than the first and second rolling phases restriction expected by December 2020, early January 2021. So they're going to be in complete lockdown, and it's going to be much stricter than the ones that they had before. Okay, it said reform and expansion of the unemployment program to be transitioned into the universal basic income program expected by Q1 2021. So that's January, February, and March of 2021. Projected COVID-19 mutation and or COVID infection with secondary virus referred to as COVID-21. They got a secondary virus called COVID-21 already, leading to a third wave, which much higher mortality rate and higher rate of infections expected by February 2021. Okay, then it said daily new cases of COVID-21 hospitalizations and COVID-19 and COVID-21 related deaths will exceed Medicare facilities capacity, meaning that they're trying to say that COVID-19 and COVID-21 is going to be so bad in February that in March, January, February, March, April, May, and June, Q1 and Q2 of 2021, they're going to have so many hospitalization from COVID-19 and COVID-21 that it's going to exceed medical care facilities capacity. Meaning they're trying to say that it's going to be so many cases that they're not even going to be able to treat anybody because it's going to be exceeding the capacity. They're not going to be able to get everybody in there to get the stuff that they need to get done to get these people well. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Then it said enhanced lockdown restrictions, referred to as third lockdown, will be implemented. Full travel restrictions will be imposed, including inter-province and inter-city. Expected Q2, which is April, May, June of 2021. Meaning these people will not even be able to go to another city in their same state. We're in Virginia, so that means I wouldn't even be able to go from Martinsville to Danville without being, I guess, tested or whatever they call it. It's craziness. Then it said transitions of individuals into the Universal Basic Income Program expected mid quarter two 2021. So they're expecting this in quarter two, which is April, May, and June of 2021. Then it said projected supply chain breakdown, inventory shortages. Inventory shortages is food shortages. What I've been telling you guys for I don't know how long. They're saying there's going to be food shortages. Then on top of that, it said large economic instability expected late quarter two. So if early quarter is April, May, June, this is going to be probably the end of May, the beginning of June, somewhere in that time of 2021. Okay, it said deployment of military personnel into major metropolitan areas as well as all major roadways to establish travel checkpoints. They're going to have the military sitting there at checkpoints for people. Now, after I do this video, I'm going to post a trailer that I want you guys to see because what he's saying right here matched perfectly. And they already talking about COVID-21 in this clip that I'm going to send y'all. They're talking about COVID-23. That's what I'm saying. Y'all got to pay attention. Y'all got to stop paying attention to all this Biden and Trump mess and see what they're doing behind the scenes. Y'all are so wrapped up in Trump and Biden, y'all can't even see what the enemy is doing behind your back. So, they're going to have restricted travel and movement, provided logistical support to the area expected by quarter three. So if January, February, March is quarter one, April, May, June is quarter two, July, August, and September is when they expected to have these checkpoints in Canada. And it's like, along with that, providing roadmap, the Strategic Planning Committee was asked to design an effective way of transitioning Canadians to meet an unprecedented economic endeavor, one that would change the face of Canada and forever alter the lives of Canadians. What we were told was in order to offset what was essentially an economic collapse on an international scale, that the federal government was going to offer Canadians a total debt relief. So they're saying, being that the economy is going to a collapse, what I've been saying too, when the economy do collapse, they're going to offer these people something that's called a total debt relief. Now, being that people are going to be losing their jobs, being that people don't have money enough as it is, they're going to offer this solution. You know how that is. You cause a problem and then provide the solution. That's what they're doing. They caused the problem of this economic collapse. Now they want to put a solution in. We know the solution ain't. It's an agenda to the solution, because if it wasn't an agenda to the solution, there would be no problem. So they're going to offer them something called the total debt relief. And this is how it works. The federal government will offer to eliminate all personal debts. That means mortgage, loans, credit cards. They're going to offer to eliminate all of that, which all funding will be provided to Canada by the IMF under what will become known as the World Debt Reset Program. Now, let's check out and see what the IMF is. What is the IMF? Let's see. IMF. What is the IMF? That's the International Monetary Fund. So it's a funding. This is a funding organization. Okay, so it makes sense that they would fund it. Okay, so it will be provided to Canada by the IMF under what will be known as the World Debt Reset Program. They everything is getting reset. Like they're resetting it in exchange for acceptance. Now, if you accept the total debt relief, which is the World Debt Reset Program, In exchange for acceptance of this total debt forgiveness, the individual will forfeit ownership of any and all property and access forever. Any access you got, if you sign this world debt reset to keep your house, because 9 times out of 10, they're struggling to keep their homes because they probably without jobs. So you gotta depend on these people to say, hey, I need you to pay my debt mortgages off so we won't be outside. But in order for you to do this, you have to forfeit ownership of your home. You have to forfeit ownership of your home, all property and assets forever. The individual will also have to agree to partake in the COVID-19 and COVID-21 vaccination schedule, which will provide the individual with unrestricted travel and unrestricted living, even under a full lockdown law, through the use of photo identification referred to as Canada's Health Pass. So what that's saying is, when you partake in this, when you sign that total debt relief, because just like I said, many people is without jobs. So if they're without jobs, that means some of them is ready to get evicted. Someone's ready to be put in the streets. But if you don't want to get put in the streets, you sign this total debt relief. And with this total debt relief, we will pay off everything that we need you to pay, that y'all need us to pay off as far as personal debts. But you have to take the COVID-19 vaccination schedule. So whenever they have a vaccine out, you're scheduled to go take that vaccine. You're forfeiting the ownership of your property and your assets, meaning some people have worked so long. Some people have worked since they were kids and saved up, and you will have to give all of this up. But you will be able to move around the city as you please. Do y'all see the problem with that? Why would they have to sign a bill for the mortgage and loan and credit cards to be able to move through their city? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You see how wicked this is? This stuff is wicked. You have to take a vaccination and you have to give up you have to give up everything just to move around your city. Then it says that through the photo identification, which is the Canada's Health Pass. So the only way you can move through if you have a photo ID that says that you've done all of this. It's called a health pass. Might as well just give them a hall pass. You know what I'm saying? Then it said committee members asked who would become the owner of the forfeited property and access in that scenario, and what would happen to lenders or financial institutions. We were simply told the World Debt Reset Program will handle all the details. So when they're asking, okay, so if we do decide that we want you guys to pay for it, and we do sign to let you guys pay for this, and we do give up rights to our home, who would get our home? Who would be the owner of the property? These people told them the World Debt Reset Program will handle all the details. They couldn't even give them an answer. They didn't even give them an answer. They were simply told that the World Debt Reset Program will handle all the details. And it says several committee members also questioned what will happen to individuals if they refuse to participate in the World Debt Reset Program or the Health Pass or the vaccination schedule. And the answer we got was very troubling. Essentially, we were told it was our duty to make sure we came up with a plan to ensure that would never happen. We were told it was in the individual's best interest to participate, meaning they had an option at first. When several committee members pushed relentlessly to get an answer, we were told that those who refused. Hold on, this computer is going dead. Let me switch. Oh, wait a minute, this one going dead too. So I gotta hurry up. Okay, my computer is going dead, so I'm gonna try to go through this as quick as possible. But it said the ones who refuse to participate will be deemed A public, hold on, let me make sure I'm on the right page. Hold on. Hold on. The answer we got was very troubling. Okay, essentially we were told it was our duty to make sure we came up with a plan to ensure that would never happen. We were told it was in the individual's best interest to participate. When several committee members pushed relentlessly to get an answer, we were told that those who refused would first live under lockdown restrictions indefinitely. So meaning if you refuse this, you going in lockdown. No questions asked. If you refuse this, you are going into lockdown. That's just simple. And that over a short period of time, as more Canadians transition into the debt forgiveness program, the ones who refuse to participate will be deemed a public safety risk and will be relocated into isolation facilities. So if you don't abide by what they're telling you, then not only will you be a risk to them, but they're going to send you into isolation. These are the FEMA camps. They're going to send you to isolation facilities, which are the FEMA camps, to the ones who refuse the program. It said once in those facilities, they will be given two options. You can either participate in the debt forgiveness program and be released, or stay indefinitely in isolation facilities under the classification of a serious public health risk and have all their access seized. So if you don't agree with what they tell you to do, no money. Your accounts are frozen. You don't get anything. Call Elsa and the crew is frozen. It's done. You don't get anything. You sit in these isolation facilities and pray that they even feed you. You know what I'm saying? And as you can imagine, it says, so as you can imagine, after hearing all of this, it turned into quite a heated discussion and isolated beyond anything we've ever witnessed before. In the end, it was implied by the PMO that the whole agenda will move forward no matter who agrees with it or not. That it won't just be Canada, but in fact, all nations. And when they tried to give their opinion on stuff, when they tried to give their opinion on all of this, and when they also tried to when they tried to get an answer about, like all of this stuff, like who would get their homes if they signed, what would happen if they didn't agree to this? Like these people, while we are sitting around here debating whether Trump or Biden is winning, these people are behind our backs, y'all, setting us up to be in FEMA camps, to have health pass, the vaccination, and he is working with Biden on this. That's why I say we get so caught up because we sitting here trying to keep debating with each other when the elite and these people are pushing agendas behind our back. But see, we are so closed-minded that we don't study. We're so closed-minded, the only thing we think about is the things that is going on as far as our mind can see. We won't study to show ourselves approved. And that's why Hosea 4:6 say that the people perish for lack of knowledge. Nobody will study. Nobody will see what's going on, because if these people are pushing like something that's trending, it's an agenda behind it. Y'all have to realize these people don't care whether we fuss or fight or not. They're taken care of. These people that's in the government and stuff like that, they got their own money. We're the ones that's going to suffer with this. We're the ones that's going to suffer when they decide to push this agenda, because we're the ones that our assets is in their control. But see, what we do is we sit in protest about Black Lives Matter. So this is straightly directed to Black people. And I'm just going to say this, and I'm going to say this real quick, because I love y'all. I love my people. I love Black people. I love white people too. I love Hispanics. I love Latino people, Puerto Rico. I love everybody. But this is strictly for Black people. We call it Black Lives Matter. So if Black Lives Matter, then Black women stop getting abortions. If Black Lives Matter, Black men stop selling drugs that's hurting the Black family. If Black Lives Matter, Black parents step up and be in your child's life. See, Black Lives Matter only come when it's an agenda to us. It don't come when it's something that's against us. Sort of like how Christians is with the Bible. They only apply stuff that is to them, that is not for them, but the stuff that applies to them, they want to ignore. And that's what we do as Black people. Y'all steady ignoring the damage that we're doing to our own people because y'all so busy pointing the finger. That's what they want from us. We killing each other just as much as the next, but we ignore that. Why? Why do we ignore that? Why do we not? Y'all so busy want to aim at the white people, but why don't we correct our people? Why are we not in our people's face? Y'all so busy up in here chanting Black Lives Matter because that's what it is, an enchantment. Because if you really look, when witches do their seance, they do enchantments called Say Her Name. But being that Black people are so ignorant that we don't read, we don't study, we just go along with trends that is put in our faces instead of studying to see what's really going on. That's the reason why we're blind now. These people think we're stupid. They think we're stupid because they're seeing how we react to stuff. That's why this stuff don't get my reaction. Yes, Black Lives Matter matters to me. They do. But at the same time, I don't agree with the organization because I don't agree with the agenda. So therefore, yes, Black lives does matter. Yes, white lives does matter. Everybody's lives matter. But at the end of the day, we can't keep pushing this agenda about Black Lives Matter when the Black women is the first thing in the abortion clinics. If you got to make a decision whether you're going to abort a baby, you need to make the decision whether you're going to have sex or not. And this is not directed to the ones who are being raped and stuff like that, because my condolence definitely goes out to, you guys. This is directed to the women who have an abortion because they can't take care of the child. Instead of adoption or different reasons, it's abortion. So we must stop. We must look within ourselves. We can't keep hollering this Black Lives Matter, but then your boyfriend is on the block selling drugs, taking out the Black Lives mouths, taking out the Black people's families. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, Black people, please wake up. Please wake up out the slumber. Y'all are asleep. And I can definitely tell the ones asleep. If you on my Facebook page and you post Black Lives Matter, I automatically do not look at anything you post. I'm just going to keep it real. And the reason why I don't is because I know you're asleep. And I'm sorry. I have to be woke. I don't want to be in slumber. I have to be woke because I have to know what's going on. So while y'all sitting here debating whether Trump or Biden get it, I'm sitting here looking to find out what's going to happen to us. What's going to happen to us? But anyway, so I hope you guys do some study of your own. Like I said, I put the link down, the article name down so you guys can look at this stuff for yourself. People, wake up. Please wake up. Because this country is in danger more than you guys realize. And the thing about it is, I'm going to drop this bomb right here. And this is for the ones that are woke. This guy, Trudeau, relationship with Biden is stronger than his relationship with Hillary Clinton. Now, the woke people know what I'm talking about. If you sleep and just look it up, you'll become woke. But anyway, so I thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, I'm just here to spit knowledge. At the end of the day, all my videos on Team Redemption is not about this. But one thing I do, I like spitting truth. And I like to keep my people awake. We have to be awakened to things like this because nobody is going to tell us this. So therefore, thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of Team Redemption, where we are not who they say we are because we are God's beloved. And y'all remember that. We are God's beloved. So thank you guys for tuning in. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful night. And make sure you guys study. Study to show yourself approved. Because these people are pushing agendas and you guys are asleep. You are asleep to what's going on. Y'all think because we say, oh yeah, everything has agenda, this is bad, because y'all so busy in these, what you call it, the famous people, y'all in these celebrities. The celebrities are their puppets. They're the main people they're using to keep us asleep. Every time they want to push something, they put Cardi B in y'all face or Offset. Every time they want to push an agenda, they put this in our face so that we can sway away and not even think about what's going on. Because think about it, if we didn't have the internet, if we didn't have celebrities, if we didn't have television, the only thing we'll be doing is looking out. We'll be studying. We will be so much smarter because we won't have these things in our faces to distract us. That's why I say, man, y'all have to wake up. I'm very particular about what I look at. I'm very